Welcome to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. I'm your host, Gary Cohen, and our special guest today is Phil Dauterive, our Charter Club specialist here at the Rec Centers of Sun City West. Phil, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
So how are the tours going? You've seen a lot of new folks.
I've seen a lot of new folks. Good size in our tours. We average about 24 to 28 people each tour. We're pretty excited. We just completed our first round of tours at the library, the metal shop, and the ag club. And we moved our golf tours to Thursday, which works out a little bit better.
And of course, you know, these tours are not just for new people. There are folks who've been here a while that might want to catch up on some of the new stuff that's going on.
Absolutely. I've had a few people on my tour, the last couple of tours, that have been residents here for 5-6 years that said, hey, we've never been on one. We want to find out what's going on. They were quite impressed. They'd actually been, I took them on a tour of a rec center they had never been before. So it's open to everybody, really is.
And of course, you know, all the rec centers, no two are the same. I mean, there's really big differences.
No, each one's quite unique. We have the nice pool over at Beardsley with Beardsley Park. We have the 3 swimming pools at Palm Ridge. R.H. Johnson, beautiful pool, beautiful social hall. And of course, over at Palm Ridge, we also have the pickleball court.
And of course, you know, when you're where we are right here at the Johnson location, you have so many things going on at the same time. You know, you look in one direction, you got lawn bowlers. You look in another direction, you got bocce. You've got miniature golf. In the distance, traditional golf, swimming, traditional bowling. How much can you have going on in one place at one time? At Johnson, it's a lot, right?
Yeah, and that's just at one rec center.
Right.
You take in all the other rec centers, there's something to do every single day. As I always tell my people on my tours, there's always something to do that's free. I always tell them, go to that rec news, find out what free events, and I said it's a good socialization to get to meet the people that have been here a while and to meet new friends.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, in addition to the tours, you have newcomers, you know, events. Let's talk about the magical 2020 year. You have one coming up in the middle of January.
We do. We have one January 16th, and that's at Johnson Social Hall. Starts at 9 o'clock. We have them in January, April, and November, so each of our residents can attend one, especially our new residents. We have clubs that come to kind of invite people. We also have people that service the community outside our clubs. And it's also a chance to meet the people that run Sun City West. Our governing board is there. My department's there, Dory and Riley. And I said, it's just a chance to meet the people that run Sun City West.
And of course, to piggyback on that, you know, somebody could get involved with the Torch program here and really get an inside look at how if you really want to get a close-up look at how things work, right? Is that one of the better ways?
That is. That's the Torch is a kind of way to get a little bit deeper involved in the community with the governing board, and how I know they tour R.H. Johnson, the administration building, you know, where all our offices are at. It's a nice program to get people that want to get involved in our quote unquote government. There, not only do we have the governing board, but we have a lot of committees. I'm on the charter club committees, and I know there's other committees, and we encourage people to get involved, you know, especially in the decision making here at Sun City West.
And of course, you know, what I find remarkable is that there's more than 100 clubs in a wide variety. You know, if you're bored, you have a problem here.
It's your fault.
Right?
We say if you're bored in Sun City West, it's your fault.
And I always, you know, when I was talking with folks at the library, you know, for those who are unfortunately not able to do physical things, mm-hmm. you know, there are other things people can do. You know, when you take the library tour, look at how much is going on just in that one building, right, at the same time.
I'm so glad I put that on the tour, and I was amazed. The first I went on, you know, every time I take a tour and I find something new in there. And if it's raining and you don't want to, you know, just something to do, you can always go to the library.
I mean, look, there was one day I walked in there, and my intent was to find a new book, but I looked over and I said, look at all these people working on this humongous puzzle. And I was fascinated to watch people, I mean, these little tiny pieces, and it turns out at the end to be this work of art.
It was, and they do that every summer. I actually got to put my one piece in. I put my one piece in and left.
Was it a small piece?
It was a small piece. Yeah, I just wanted to be a part of it, you know. So.
But isn't it great? I mean, really, you got, you know, board games, puzzle, books, audio, video. And, you know, for those who don't have certain machinery at home, you can use computers there. You can work on documents. You can volunteer and join the team there too.
Absolutely. They have a fantastic volunteer program. And just to go in there and see what all's in there. As a matter of fact, I was quite amazed that there's a machine that you lay a book on and will actually will transcribe it for you. You put earphones in and listen to it. I was amazed. I'd never seen one of those before.
And that's another way, by the way, I'm sure that you can encourage people to get involved by. You can volunteer for many things in our community.
There are, and there's also people outside our community that we help. I know the Women's Club does a wonderful job. I know the Wood Shop does a wonderful job. We work with one of the local school districts. We're getting a program together with the Agriculture Club to help them out. So there's tons of volunteer things to do here in Sun City West.
What gives you the greatest satisfaction? And I know we've talked on this before, but for those who are, again, new to the community, you need to be a people person in the job that you have, and you hit me as being the perfect people person.
I always look at it, I get 28 new friends every other week. I really do. And I mean, there's so many of them. I always tell them, I say, hey, if you see me in Fry's or you see me out in the community and I don't recognize you, just say tour, and I'll recognize your face. But the satisfaction I get out of the job is a lot of my people in the tour, by Thursday, they're exchanging numbers. They're getting together and they're doing things together. I'll see them a couple of weeks later and say, oh yeah, we still go to things with them. We join this club or that club. That's my satisfaction, is that I've got them involved in the community.
Hard to believe that we're at the end of the year. Where did it go, right?
Yes.
And when you look back, maybe a year ago at this time, could you have envisioned all that you've done in this 2019 already?
No, it's been a pretty exciting year. I'm coming up on my year anniversary. I've been with Sun City West a year. And, I couldn't ask for a better job in retirement. I thoroughly enjoy this job. I really do. I enjoy meeting the people, and the people that I work with are fantastic. So.
And your 2020 vision for next year, it'll be more business, I'm sure, just as busy as this year, I bet. Maybe even more.
In my job, I get to plan things. I like planning the talent spotlight. That's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of great local talent. I also get to plan the newcomers, and that's a challenge to me, and I always get satisfaction when that comes off great. Our last one came off really well, and that's, to me, that's job satisfaction.
And of course, the weather really is great here, but when it's not so wonderful, there's a lot of indoor stuff, and your tours help point people in the right direction.
We do. My main job is to open up the clubs for them so that they can see, what's available to them as far as the clubs. But I bring in Mona McCoy and to talk about the other things through events. I bring Lynn in, and she talks to. I've involved more people in the tour, so that people know what's going on outside the clubs. We talk about the free events that go on. So I think I want to do that more, get people involved. I asked Tamara Stark to come talk about our Explorer program. So I try to get more people involved in the tour so that they more of what we offer here at Sun City West can be exposed to them.
Plenty to do.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you, with this being holiday time, would you like to give a kind of a holiday message to the community? You get to meet a lot of the folks here in the community. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family. Would you like to give a nice holiday message to the community?
I would. I'd like to say Merry Christmas and a great New Year's to all of our residents, especially our new residents, which I've had the privilege of meeting, to all the staff here at Sun City West, which are phenomenal, and to the people I work up close with, James Riley and Bill Schwinn, Dory Miller. I can't name them all, but those are just a few.
You are listening to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. I'm your host, Gary Cohen. Our guest today is Phil Dauterive, who is the Charter Club Specialist at the Rec Centers of Sun City West. Takes a team, takes a village, right? You are surrounded by a great team. You are at the point of the spear when it comes to what you do with the tours, but you have a nice group of people that is all pushing in one direction, right?
I have a great support staff. I can't name them all, but everybody here that works for Sun City West wants people to be a great experience. Sun City West is a great experience, and the people that work here and service Sun City West, they're all phenomenal people. They're just great people. Everybody, the golf courses, the rec centers, the club presidents, they're all wonderful people, and they're also welcoming. They are. It's like, open the arms and embrace them in our community.
It's refreshing, and when you sit at home at night and watch what's going on in the world and in the news, it's nice where we live. There seems to be a whole lot of harmony wherever you turn.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, every time I turn around, I have a new friend here. I really do, and that's the wonderful thing about my job and about being involved with this community.
Well, Phil, we thank you for all you do, to bring new people into our world here. Thank you for your efforts, because you are a big part of the happiness that we all have here. So thank you for what you do.
You're welcome. It's nice. I don't work. If you enjoy what you're doing, you never work. So I enjoy being here at Sun City West.
Half the battle is won when you get up in the morning when you're happy where you're headed, right?
There you go.
Absolutely. You have been listening to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. I'm your host, Gary Cohen, and again, our guest today has been Phil Dauterive, the man behind the Charter Club's special activities here, the man you'll see on every tour, and then the newcomers on January 16th. Thank you again, Phil.
Thank you, Gary. Have a nice holiday.
You too.